we are going to begin with Adobe Forms in the SAP environment. Adobe Forms is a powerful tool to create the professional quality forms like invoices, POs, delivery notes, etc., in SAP. So in this session, we will learn the basic of the Adobe Forms and we'll also learn how to print the static text. So let's begin. To begin with the Adobe Forms, go to the T code SFP in SAP. It's taking a little bit time. So here, as you can see, we have two options, form and interface. In Adobe Forms, you cannot create directly the form without creating the interface. For example, if you try to create a ZDMO forms, then and click on create, then interface is a must field. So without creating an interface, you will get an error that please fill the mandatory interface field. So here we have two options, form and interface. Interface is like a function module in SAP ABAP. Interface fetches and structures the data, which contains parameters, import parameters, export parameters, uh, global definitions, and also you can also write the logic inside. Whereas form handles the presentation, design, and layout, uh, that how the data should be displayed. So let's create the interface first. Z interface face Adobe Forms. Okay, we can create. You can write demo, any description, demo Adobe Forms. Oh, sorry, Forms. In the drop down, we have three options: ABAP dictionary based interface, XML schema based interface, and smart forms compatible interface. We'll go through these one by one, but first, let's select the ABAP dictionary based interface. Click on save. Now in this, you can just save into local object, or if you want to transport this from to quality environment or to production environment, then you have to store it into the package. But for now, we can store into the local object. So it looks quite similar to that of the smart forms. If you have already worked in smart forms, here you can see, as I told you earlier, that in interface, we have the import, export parameters, global definitions, type declarations, and the code initialization. It's quite similar to that of the smart forms. Don't worry about this parameter. We'll discuss about this at a later point of time. But first, in this part of video, we'll be just discussing about how to print the static text. Yeah. So I'm not giving any import or export parameter. I'm just clicking on activating the interface first, and clicking on save. So interface is activated, saved. Let's copy the interface, go back, and let's create the smart forms. You can give any name. I've given the jet demo forms. Create, paste the interface, give any a name, demo, Adobe Forms, and click on save. Again, save it into the local object. Now here, as we have not given any import and export parameters, so everything is empty here, nothing is there. But in system fields, we can have date, time, username, or size sabasi as a system field variables. So to start with the layout, we have two options. Either you can go from this button directly to the layout, or you can click on the layout. So let's go to layout by clicking on the layout tab here. It will take time. There we go. So if you have the Adobe Lifecycle installed in your system, then you'll get this type of interface. Here you have object library, which you can expand. You have different type of options here to, to create a checkbox, circle, buttons, text, list box, and so many. Then you have customs fields also, create address block, barcodes, and so on. We'll go and use all of these options one by one, but in this video, we'll be just learning how to uh, print the static text. So here, for example, if you by mistake mistakenly you closed every tabs, then you can go on to the palettes workspace and reset the palette locations. So you will get all these tabs back. If you close, for example, the object library, you don't want to display the object library, go here and there are other options. You can just uncheck. The object library will be gone. If you want it back, then you can click on the object library. Here you have the preview for the PDF. We'll be using it very soon. Then we have the hierarchy here. This is the master page. Page numbers will be displayed here. Then you have the structure. You can also just, I think, expand it from here. Okay. Yeah, I got an option to expand. So, so yeah, data view, this is most important. We'll be using it very soon. An order view, good. And then, but in this video, we'll be, learning more about the design view and the how to print the static text. So you can print the static text in two ways. First, you can go to the insert standard and you can select the text field from here, or either you can go to the standard tab and you can just click on the text field here. As you can see, this that we have two options, text and text field. Text is used to print the static text, whereas text field is used to bind the variable with the static field, with the text field. So we'll be using this also on later point of the later part of the video. So, but let's first select the text field. So in the text field, let's enter some text. Welcome to Adobe Forms. Oh, Forms. Sorry. So change the type, to change the font type, to change the color, just select the text, or you can directly click on the palette, select font, then select the box. Here, double click, and you can change the size. If you want to change the color also, you can change the color. Let's select orange here. You can change the font type from the drop down, and let's select calibrate. Close the box, and your text is ready. To display the text, click on the first have to activate it. Let's activate this one first. So it's activated. Let's delete the text. So yeah, and now click on preview PDF. So your text is ready. Welcome to Adobe Forms. If you want to change the text, you can just click on design view, select the text box again, add the text. By GPS. Citation. Select the text, go to palette, click on font, change the color to red, You can also change the text um, type, increase or decrease the size, and it's done. Now you have the second option also to first activate the Adobe Forms. It's activated and click on test button, or you can directly press F8. Yes. And as you can see, we have not given any import or export parameter. So those parameters are also not visible here. We can directly press F8 or click on execute button. Now it will ask for the output devices. If you don't know which output device you have to enter, then you can select and enter star asterisk, sorry, and then OK. So you will get the option LP01. In most cases, it is at LP01 only. Then click on the print preview. As you can see, your static text is ready. Welcome to Adobe Forms by Jitesh Rana. So that's it in this video. In the coming videos, we'll learn more about the Adobe Forms. So see you then. Bye bye.